Virgo. I'm Lisi the High Priestess, and you can find me on Lisi the High Priestess on TikTok for my other readings. You can find me on Lisi's World on TikTok for my other talents. You can also find me on Lisi.highpriestess86 on IG. Um, YouTube, press like, subscribe, notification with the notification bell. You can get my lives. If not, you have to wait 12 hours, okay? Also, Lisi the High Priestess 2 para mi gente latina por YouTube y TikTok español. Gracias. I like to tell unique stories so they won't resonate with everyone. Through the story, I like to channel, talk to you, or give a general message. Okay? This is for entertainment purposes only. There's God, the Most High, okay? And the Seven of Swords and the Magician and the Five of Cups. Okay, I see someone choosing not to do religion here because someone could be a magician. Okay, that says hope is dead. Also, my ancestors didn't tell me that. Also, someone's reading like old school scriptures. You got a hold of some very sacred books that not too many people have. Also, why are you receiving knowledge that only other certain high level of ministries don't have? You have something that these ministers want. There's a bunch of candles. No one sits high enough to look down on anybody. Also, someone here is practicing religion but doing witchcraft behind closed doors. How the fuck does that work? You do know, and I keep on saying this. I've had to say this so many times that religion, they don't do yoga, they don't do astronomy, they don't do astrology, they don't really even like science. Also, they do not approve of tarot readers. They don't believe in energy light workers. They don't believe in none of that. That's part of religion. Also, like someone saying, I don't need religion to find God. And I bless that notion because I'm not in religion for a reason. Now, when you enter this spiritual game, who you riding with? What do you choose to do with your spirituality that you got now? I have the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. Don't piss me off today. All right, with the Four of Cups, I'm not fucking with you. Don't piss me off today. Today's not the day to piss me off. I feel like someone is saying that. I feel like someone is going to try to like drill something in your head, and you're like, how many times do I have to tell you I chose my way of life? I get it. Also, you're choosing not to fuck with certain people because um this certain group is denouncing what you're doing or something like that. You're like, I can't fuck with you. Um Also, this person, they claim to be of God, but what they're doing isn't of God. There's a lot of fucking secrets. There's a lot of secret thoughts. And that little noggin of them, their head, they plot and scheme all day. Is someone here like they prey on people from religion? Like this is like the bad pasture, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean what I do is witchcraft, but you're out here scamming people? You're out here stealing from the poor. I mean, this is a situation where someone is like coming against this group of religious people. This congregation is stealing from the people. This is what I'm getting. They're stealing from the people and they're using it for their own vices. And I also feel like someone is in religion and they're practicing witchcraft. I once heard a story about there was a woman who binded. Okay, it was a Tasha K interview with a high priestess. All right, it's on TikTok if you want to watch it. And she was talking about that. You'd be surprised how many people of religion go to her. And one of them, it was a pastor's wife. She had gone to her to put a binding spell on her husband because he was going around screwing everybody at church. Hold on. Uh-huh. And that's how she binded him from going off. I mean, in a way, it seems legit, right? Like I would feel like that was a perfect thing to do to that motherfucker. You're out here claiming you're of God and you're doing godly work, but you're spreading the dick and not the word. And your wife finds that out. And this is not saying this is you guys. I'm saying in this situation, the wife found out. And the wife was like, no, no, I have to resort to something else because he's already dealing with the demon. But she, with those certain things, even though the interview ended with that, there might be other parts to it if you want to look at it. But in my opinion, is that how does that work? Sorry. Um, where was I at? The outcome of that. How does that work? So what do you do when you come across somebody like me? I don't do religion. You're gonna condemn me to hell. But if I were to tell your little secrets, are we gonna be in hell together? Because you need to go to heaven. I don't want to share my space with you out here. You're more perfect than me. So what, you don't think cheating is part of the sins? Or what, you don't think murdering and killing and all that is not part of a sin? Also, you know what I see? In the future, the government is going to hold spiritualists accountable for when people go and confess their sins that are deadly sins. I heard earlier today that they're going to be forced to record because nowadays, and you need to check out Vice TV. Okay, that's who I would use as reference. Vice TV has a documentary on on how the spiritual. I think I've talked to you about it before. I think it's this certain zodiac sign I have talked to about it, but that people will go and confess their sins, and then as long as you confess, it's as long as you claim to be Jehovah or whatever it is, that religion, you're clear of that sin as long as you don't commit it again. And it's horrific sins. If you go on Vice TV, they talk about it a lot. Like when people have like gone into those private files, kids that belong to these pastors and these pastorettes or whatever, or these people of these leadership, and they know the truth. They've ran across the evidence, and what do you say to those people that have came across evidence of some real fucking sadistic shit in religion, and you tell them that they're going to hell because they chose not to fuck with religion anymore, or they can't come around you anymore because they're not in that religion, because they know some deep fucked up shit that's going on in a certain community or a certain church, certain congregation. Doesn't even need to be that. It could be into Scientology, it could be in schools, it could be in all of that. When you discover some shit, you lose faith in the system. All I know that in life, I don't give a fuck what your title is. I give a fuck about what your spirit tells me about you. And just because you found God in 30 fucking minutes don't mean that you ain't covering up the demon inside of you. You can't just wash yourself in some more shit and think we can't smell it. Especially with people who really, really do have that gift, not the gift of manipulation, because you would think that these people that are doing these things, they do have a gift of demons, of manipulation, of those kind of deadly sins. If mine is a sin, is to whip out your bullshit. Now I'm condemned to hell because I can smell what the fuck you did. Because I know the truth, homie. I know you lie. I know you ain't telling the truth. I know you cover up a lot of shit. I feel like in this type of situation, in this scenario, someone is like calling somebody out. Like, I also feel like someone has facts. Like they bust out with documents and after documents and documents. What the fuck is this? Also, do you know if you watch any of the control viewing, because I believe it's you, Virgo, that I talked to about control viewing with the CIA. If you watch that, one of the mediums that they had, one of the closed remote viewing top dogs for the CIA, he uh he passed away. He was poisoned. Now, they say that the reason why, well, there could have been other reasons because he did one more last run before, because they do use psychics and mediums and stuff for top secret shit. So, in this certain story about him, they talked about that he was going to a congregation, right? And in order for him to release his demons or whatever, to be part of the congregation, he had to talk about his experiences with the CIA. And he was sworn into that to not talk about it. Well, because that religion made him, or, he felt safe enough to do that, they found out about it. I'm telling you, if you're running with top dogs like the CIA mediums, top files, X files type of shit, and you were sworn into secrecy, and it just comes to play how dangerous that can be, to have those kinds of secrets in your head that people would love to speak about it, but they can't because they're sworn into secrecy. But when you're dealing with a bunch of CIA mediums, and this is a fact. This is a fucking fact. Do your fucking research. Do your research. We're not talking about pastors and priests. We're talking about mediums who are CIA agents. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to shit on the CIA. I ain't trying to sit here and cause any problems. I'm saying is, in the journey of a medium, and I'm speaking on mediums. I'm not speaking on tarot readers. I'm speaking about real mediums. When you get in that certain level of career, it does have its perks, and it also has its downfall, just like anything else, like being in the church, like being a tarot reader. Because tarot readers, you need the deck of cards so you can read a story. But a real medium can talk to the dead, or the dead chooses to talk to them. Now, some have learned to have certain skills as they get older. If you enter the level of the CIA, though, they teach you some high level shit. We're not just talking mediumship, we're talking alchemy, where you get people with real gifts. I'm talking about being able to bend metal, able to change an outcome from here to over there. I could be here and I could enter uh, an object or something all the way across the world. Your gift is so amazing, but it can be a tool that a whole organization can use. And this is for my future mediums, the ones that haven't even discovered they got the gift. Well, we all want to be known as the great. We all want to know that we're accurate. We really can. We're all showing off our gifts. Thank God that we can do that now. Thank God that YouTube has given us the privilege to be our own independent owners, our own independent contractors. Because at one time, having those kind of gifts was a very dangerous thing. And when you're fucking with the best, there's a lot of things you can't